senior couple in Taichung shares the love story for 72 years, which begins with an arranged marriage. A German Tzu Chi volunteer, Rudolf Pfaff, passes away, but his love and compassion remains in the world. Welcome to Taiwan Headlines. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. In Taiwan, the care stations for seniors in Hualien will open next week. Tzu Chi Foundation have prepared special prevention lessons for the local volunteers to combat against the recent coronavirus epidemic.
下巴要包覆，然后呢，鼻子这边要盖住，盖住之后呢，记得要把它压一下。
The community center stations are about to open. The infection control nurse from the Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center was invited to teach the volunteers on how to carry out preventive measures against the recent coronavirus epidemic.
这个师兄这位这样可以吗？不可以。来医院不行哈。那这个呢？不行。不行。那可以。可以。这个不可以。不可以。
Besides teaching the correct way of wearing a mask, volunteers are also tested and taught how to differentiate a surgical mask from a normal one.
多认识深刻一点，什么样的口罩是
To better understand the characteristics and function of a surgical mask, a cloth mask can only prevent dust and air pollutants, but not viruses.
其实它没有防细菌的效果。
收获还蛮好的啦。
I learned a lot today. I can bring all this information back to our care session, so the grandpas and grandmas can understand the correct way to wear a mask.
5公分的距离，就可以量出来，不需要接触到这样子。
Measuring the body temperature correctly and disinfecting the area is an important preventive measure during the community event.
我们的据点大概在下个礼拜。
Our care stations will open next week. We need to learn ways to carry out preventative measures and pass on correct information to the seniors to ease their minds.
让长者安心啊。
After the lesson, forward thermometers, disinfection liquids, and other equipments are distributed to the care stations. To combat against the recent epidemic, everyone must be vigilant and sincerely pious every day.
Many people catch colds in the winter. To prevent one from catching colds, some people take vitamin C supplements. Is it effective? Can vitamin C supplement help cure the cold? Let's find out in our report.
When they have signs of a cold, including sneezing, coughing, and runny nose, many people will take vitamin C supplements.
Since I take supplements regularly, my immunity might be better, so I seldom catch a cold.
I buy that supplement and take 1 to 2 tablets daily. It prevents colds.
Can vitamin C really prevent or even cure colds? Let's hear what the experts say about this.
In large researches that were done, the evidence shows that is not effective.
Vitamin C can fight aging and help heal wounds. According to the suggestion of Health Promotion Administration, everyone should consume 100 milligrams of vitamin C a day. If we consume too much, it affects our health.
就可能会造成我们血液中的草酸浓度增加。
It'll increase the level of oxalic acid in our blood and might increase the chance of formation of stones. The common side effect is intestine problems such as diarrhea.
Cold is a contagious infection of our upper respiratory tract. The best treatment is to boost one's immunity to let the body heal.
At times like this, we should eat well, sleep well, and rest more. This way, we can raise our immunity, then the symptoms could be alleviated in 2 or 3 days.
The doctors also suggest that if the cold symptoms become more severe, the patient should seek medical attention immediately.
Taiwan Lantern Festival is taking place in Holy Taichung. Many volunteers are needed to serve at the Tzu Chi section. Tzu Chi volunteers from all walks of life put aside their work to come help out, hoping to introduce Tzu Chi and recycling concepts to more visitors.
The lantern exhibition with the theme of environmental protection is unique. Visiting in the daytime allows one to avoid the crowd.
This is very beautiful. This is made with PET bottles. My pants are also made with PET bottles.
Lin Dengying, who is a retired university teacher, shares his recycling concepts. Another volunteer, Liu Meizhen, has participated in making lotuses with recycled spoons.
This place was decorated by Tzu Chi brothers. It is beyond my imaginations. It's very dignified.
Wu Xuezhi, who works at a gardening company, thought he did not have the chance to come serve.
Previously, the spots were filled up. Later, a brother drove a van with 7 seats and there were 2 empty seats. I grabbed the opportunity and rushed here.
Not wanting to miss the opportunity, volunteers actively sign up to come serve.
In central Taiwan, everyone cherishes the opportunity to serve and form good affinities.
The volunteers work as a team to promote environmental protection.
In this day and age, most people cannot imagine not knowing who they are going to marry before the day of the event. But that's what it was like for this couple from Taichung. Mr. and Mrs. Liu have now been married for 72 happy years together. Let's find out their secret to a good marriage.
Having been married for 72 years, this couple's eyes are so reflective of the love they feel for one another. 93-year-old Liu Yunzhou and 91-year-old Liu Ling-ahe's marriage was brought together by a matchmaker. Before they got married, they didn't know what each other looked like, not even through a photograph. This marriage complements one another as the husband is loyal and conservative, while the wife is outgoing and energetic. The husband brings home the money while the wife keeps the finances in order.
Sometimes she'll nag to the point where I cannot stand it. Then I'll just leave for a walk to the train station. When I come back, I feel much better.
Mr. Liu is retired from the Taiwan Railways. He loves photography and even organizes his photos into albums. A picture of the wife when she was younger is especially displayed in the living room.
This was taken at the Taichung Park. My husband took the picture. It's been more than 50 years ago.
Though time may have weathered the wife's exterior a little, her smile and personality have not changed one bit. Another hobby Mr. Liu has is jotting down interesting news articles in his notebook to share with his wife. With their children having their own family and doing well, the couple is living free without worries. They now still like to travel and see the sights, which is their secret to longevity.
Going out on vacation gives us a different feel and brings about happiness. I also like dressing up.
The two, although now over 90 years old, still makes time to go for a hike or to the hot springs to relax for a vacation. Each day they stroll over to the park to keep active.
2 rounds at the park in the morning, then 2 more in the evening.
With mutual respect and support for one another, Mr. and Mrs. Liu have been together all their life. Their marriage is a testimony of how strong love can be.
Rudolf Pfaff, a Tzu Chi volunteer from Germany, has passed away early morning on the 14th of February. He took his last breath surrounded by loved ones and Dharma family at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital. He donated his cornea, ensuring someone in need receives it. His devotion and compassion to doing good deeds will always remain in everyone's heart.
Okay, I'll follow you. Friends.
Assalamualaikum.
always been involved. I always interested very much about Buddha and his philosophy. And when I meet this master and I see a little bit what she is thinking, I say she come very close to the original idea of Buddha. Active Buddhism, help and love.
虽然是德国人，师父介无法度直接讲话，但是呢，我咧讲话有人甲翻译，他就很直接、很了解师父要做什么代志。他有癌症，走路不是很方便，那我常常要他。你要治疗，你要休息。可是呢，他不愿意治疗，他积极治疗；休息，他说师父也是无健康，也是拖命伫咧做。我哪有可能伫咧厝里？在咧叫疼叫病。
Tzu Chi，
He's lived a good life, and towards the end, he said he wanted to do something more meaningful. He often says to me he's unsure of how much longer he has to live. So as long as he's alive, he wants to do more meaningful things so that he may remember the good of his life.
Which has been very, very beautiful and nicely organized from our brothers and sisters in Vienna. And we now try to collect some money for the good deeds. Make a lot of sense. I love Tzu Chi and I read every day and it makes me strong. We are working a lot in whole Europe with different religions like Muslim, like Orthodox Christian, like Catholic Christian, like Protestants, or like non-believer. So all these people can become put together under the umbrella of Tzu Chi.
Maybe we should smile to Master. 新年快乐！新年快乐！新年快乐！
The DSR recycling station in Banqiao district is closing at the end of February. Since 2005, this has been the place for many seniors to carry out recycling. Let's join them to bid farewell and find a new station.
Tzu Chi volunteer Fu Xiuying and her husband Zhang Fangrong have been the captains of the DSR recycling station for over 10 years.
2005年就是一个因缘际之下就。
In 2005, we were able to find this recycling station. It was once a breakfast shop, but it was closing down. We were able to find the owner and rented this place, hence the beginning of this recycling station.
就有这个环保站的成立。
The recycling station is a community cultivation ground. It provides the opportunity for many community residents to participate and further understand recycling.
There are around 20 volunteers in the recycling station every day, each busy sorting recyclables. The eldest volunteer is 90-year-old grandma Chen Yuhao, who is always the first to arrive.
I told my daughter if I stay at home and do nothing, I don't know how I will become. Doing recycling makes me happy, time passes quickly, and my body feels even healthier. I like it when everybody is sorting the recyclables together. It makes me very happy.
Another senior, Zhang Meiying, who lives in Sanxia district, takes the bus to the recycling station every day, rain or shine.
Because I was born here in Banqiao, I forgot how long I've been doing recycling here.
The elderly's hardworking attitude is a role model for the younger volunteers. Unfortunately, this recycling station is going to be closed at the end of February.
I'm unsure what to do next. Where can I go? I feel lost.
She is too good. That's why I feel unwilling to part ways with her. Whenever she has any delicious meals, she will bring it here to share with all of us. On Mother's Day, we got to eat 3 special meals instead of 1. But if we are moving over to Banqiao ground, we still have the chance to meet each other.
Fu Xiuying treats the elderly as if they are her parents. Even though the recycling station is coming to an end, the Tzu Chi affinity will not end.
The elderly will want to look for a recycling station nearby and will accompany them there, hoping that they can continue to do recycling in another station and be loved by other Tzu Chi volunteers.
Tzu Chi volunteers from Bohol Island, Philippines held a spring blessing event. Many patients who benefited from the Tzu Chi's help to undergo operations were in attendance, and they expressed their gratitude and hope for the new year.
Standing on the stage and talking is something he didn't think would happen because last year he had a foot injury and had difficulty walking. Tzu Chi reached out to help with the operation, giving him a New Year gift.
My foot has been successfully operated upon, and Tzu Chi even gave me a crutch to help me recover.
The spring blessing ceremony on Bohol Island is full of warmth as many Tzu Chings go on stage and perform a sign language song. They're demonstrating what they learned when attending a camp in Taiwan, as they remain committed to becoming a good example for others in their daily life.
I can be a role model wherein the spirit and the light of Tzu Chi Foundation will shine, and I will always wear the teachings of Tzu Chi Foundation, and it could be part of my life.
Thanks to past earthquake assistance, the seeds of goodness have taken root here. They're gradually growing stronger, especially during the severe epidemic situation. After the event, they also write down wish cards and pledge to adopt a vegetarian diet so that everyone will be safe and happy.
Taiwan has successfully established brain bank in September 2019. Patients suffering neuropathy sign consent forms to donate their brain, and family members of patients often do the same, donating healthy brain samples for comparisons. It is hoped that the domestic medical community can find a specific medicine for treating brain disorders as soon as possible.
At the age of 29, his wife began suffering from cerebral atrophy, and he spent 31 years accompanying her. His wife's family had more than 50 people suffer from the same disease. Because this is a dominant gene causing cerebral atrophy, the probability of his children having it is as high as 75%.
I have only 2 children, and both children are ill, so this disease is very painful for me.
Cerebral atrophy has 49 genotypes, each of which has a different mutation point. Then Shu Cheng spent most of his life fighting the disease with his family. Want to know why? One of the 20,000 human genomes mutated, taking away the happiness from his family. Then Shou Cheng, a family member of a patient, set an example and signed a brain donation consent form, becoming the first case in Taiwan where a healthy person wants to donate a brain.
Now they use cremation. When people die, they burn their bodies into a pile of ashes. When I leave the brain behind for study, as I don't want this tragedy to continue.
The brain bank needs to be successful, including 2 brain donation groups. One, of course, has cerebral nerve disease, but the other is very important, and this includes normal, healthy people. Why? Because we need to do a comparison.
As the head of the Taichung team, Lin Shoucheng assisted patients in their therapy, and his volunteer service time exceeded 2,500 hours.
Once you step into volunteer ranks, you can't step back because you see all the poor families who need help.
Patients are not alone in the fight against brain disease. They're also recruited by Lin Shoucheng to join the ranks of brain donation team.
目前已经募到7位了，全部都是病友。In terms of traditional Chinese culture, brain donation is something you can't talk about, and yet they are willing to make such a donation. This makes me feel very moved. I was 17 years old when onset began, and it is very painful.
Make the next generation of patients will find the medicine to treat this disease.
I was originally a healthy and good person, and now I look like this. I hate it. I don't want the future patients to feel as bad as me.
Surgery and medicine are neurological diseases' current treatment methods. Due to the complex mechanism of the brain, most have not been declassified. The medical profession can only treat the symptoms and not the root cause. The government announced 205 rare diseases, 40% of which are neurological diseases, including cerebral atrophy, ALS, Rett syndrome, Huntington's disease, and others. In Taiwan, entering an advanced age society means more and more elderly people will suffer from neurological diseases such as dementia and Parkinson's disease.
If people early on do brain donation, and those coming later can enjoy effective treatment, I can do brain donation.
Signing the brain donation consent form by hand, Chen Tingguo called on both patients and healthy people to donate brains together. He said that though he might not have effective treatment in his lifetime, success isn't only related to him. He hoped brain bank research and development can save countless sick families in the future.
Anyone who is willing to donate the brain, whether it is a patient or a normal person, healthy people are actually greatly needed and appreciated for their organ donation. Another group deserving praise are the families who have also undertaken an important contribution.
Those donating their bodies to allow medical students to dissect them and treat patients. Those donating organs can allow multiple patients to experience rebirth. Brain donors also accelerate the development of drugs, potentially benefiting millions of patients.
If I donate the cornea and donate the skin, this will not affect my donation of the brain. I will not be able to donate my clothes because our body cannot do antiseptic treatment after we donate the brain.
There are more than 150 brain banks in the world. Asian countries started late, but since 1995, India, Japan, Thailand, China, and South Korea have successfully established brain banks. September 2019, Taiwan finally decided to establish such a facility.
In this regard, Taiwan needs to catch up when it comes to brain bank research.
Technology is inspiring compassion as brain banks are spreading around the world. It's like what the Buddha said more than 2,500 years ago. Be willing to even bestow your brain to others. This act of compassion has given many patients a chance at rebirth.
Taichung City volunteers joined hands with Huashan Foundation to clean the house of a lung cancer patient. Join them and see you next time.